Good afternoon, South Mississippi. Meteorologist Taylor Graham here to give you an update on this extremely hot and humid weather and the chance of seeing some thunderstorms this afternoon. In fact, we've got a few of those I want to show you on first alert radar here in just a few moments. But first things first, the heat. It's been brutal today. As of about 2:30, we still see temperatures in the mid to upper 90s, even 100 it looks like over in Long Beach. And again, these are actual temperatures. When you factor in the humidity, check out the heat index. Some spots probably closer to a body of water coming in. A little over 120, believe it or not. Most areas are seeing the heat index between 105, 115. No matter where you are today in South Mississippi, it is incredibly hot, incredibly humid, but we still have the chance for some of those hit or miss showers and storms heading into the afternoon, and a few of those may linger early this evening. Because we have so much heat in the atmosphere, there's a lot of energy for these thunderstorms to feed off of later this afternoon. So I would not be surprised if a few of these storms are on the strong side with some heavier rainfall, some gusty winds, and some frequent lightning. So first alert radar, we can see there some of those showers and thunderstorms. Seeing some of those stronger thunderstorms right now passing through southwest George County. We've got a good bit of lightning. Also noticing some of those showers and storms beginning to approach parts of Stone County as well. I'm noticing too, right on the fringe of it, you see that green line there picking up on first alert radar. That is an outflow boundary. That's some of that rain cooled air rushing out ahead of these storms. That will help it to feel a little bit more refreshing if that's going to make its way far enough to the coast today, and hopefully it does. We deserve a little relief from this intense heat, no doubt about that, but I can't guarantee that everyone's going to be seeing rain today. Notice how some of these showers and storms are moving from the north to the south. I'll give this a few moments to catch up a little bit, but the reason why they're generally moving in that direction is because they are moving around this big ridge of high pressure in the upper levels. We've got winds in the upper levels coming out of the north. Anytime we have an area of high pressure, we get clockwise flow, and so those showers and storms are moving along with those upper level winds, and so that's why they're moving from the north to the south. So this area of high pressure has been keeping us so incredibly hot the past few days, but it has started to move a little bit farther to the west, and with us not being quite underneath that ridge, we've been able to get a few more showers and storms, but still seeing some brutal heat across much of the country where we have heat advisories, extreme heat warnings. Some of those continue into Florida as well. And even though I'm not anticipating the heat to be as brutal tomorrow, it's still going to be hot. We are going to be under another heat advisory for all of South Mississippi on Wednesday. Instead of the heat index being 115, we're still looking at the heat index to be 105 to 110. Still really hot, but maybe just a little bit better than what we've been seeing today. And part of the reason why is we do have a decent chance of seeing more showers and storms on Wednesday. As for the rest of this afternoon, don't be caught off guard if you hear some loud rumbles of thunder, if you see some frequent lightning. That is going to be possible within some of these thunderstorms today. Those of us that see the rain will be able to cool back down into the 80s. Overnight tonight, not too much of a drop in our temperatures. We're more so getting into the upper 70s and low 80s by about 9 o'clock or so. Many of us waking up in the mid to upper 70s by Wednesday morning. The first part of the day looks dry in terms of rainfall, but by the afternoon, we'll have a pretty good chance of seeing some of those scattered showers and storms, and similar to today, some of those may be on the strong side with some gusty winds, some lightning, and some heavier rainfall. But similar to today, I can't guarantee that for everyone. I can guarantee that the first part of the day is going to be hot and humid. Like I just showed a few moments ago, we are going to be under another heat advisory throughout the day on Wednesday. We'll keep a chance for a few more showers and storms on Thursday. We may need to increase our rain chances a little bit more by Friday and Saturday, maybe even by Sunday. The setup is going to be changing a little bit. Instead of us being underneath a ridge of high pressure, that ridge moves a little bit farther away from us. And we're actually going to be watching a cold front try to move in from the north. Now, hold your breath. This is not going to be really making much of a difference, and this cold front really going to be fizzling out as it approaches the northern Gulf Coast. But because this front is going to be stalling nearby by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's going to be almost like a focal point for more showers and storms by the end of the week and into the weekend. So while we may not be getting that nice, cool, refreshing air like we would really want, at least with more rain, that's going to help to keep our temperatures down a little bit more. So this front kind of fizzling out by the time it gets to us, but we do have a decent chance for more showers and storms by the end of the week and into the weekend. And because of that, it doesn't look like it's going to be quite as hot. Still hot and still humid, but a little bit more manageable with temperatures more so in the upper 80s and low 90s. The high humidity is still going to make it feel hotter at times, but with a little more cloud cover and rain across the coast, that will help to keep our temperatures down a little bit more. In the tropics, at least in the Atlantic basin, things are nice and quiet. Really happy to say no new tropical development expected over the next 7 days, at least across the Atlantic, Caribbean, and into the Gulf. I do notice a few easterly waves way out there in the open Atlantic. Doesn't look like those are going to be developing too much out of that, so that is some good news. Now, there is some activity I do want to talk about over in the Pacific, well to the south of Hawaii. We do have a major hurricane, Hurricane Iona, that is way out there in the Pacific. Thankfully, it's going to stay pretty much over some open water well to the south of Hawaii, but it's been a pretty impressive hurricane. It is right now a Category 3 hurricane moving off towards the west. The pressure at about 957 millibars. We can see the eye there on satellite. The current forecast track really takes it due west. It seems like it does have a chance of strengthening a little bit more over the next couple of hours or so, to be honest, and then eventually by the end of the week it will be weakening into a Category 1 hurricane. Not really going to be causing too many issues, thankfully, but there has been a decent amount of activity going on in the Pacific. Thankfully for us in the Gulf and in the Atlantic basin, hurricane season so far has been quiet, but we are still in the early stages of hurricane season. By the end of August and September is when we typically see a lot more activity. Just a quick look at your marine forecast throughout the rest of the afternoon. Looking at a light chop today, obviously with all that sunshine, the UV index is extreme. We are going to be seeing high tide overnight tonight, and I apologize, that low tide there is actually going to be for tomorrow afternoon. I went ahead and updated that. So low tide tomorrow is going to be throughout the the afternoon, and the tidal range pretty low at this point, less than half of a foot. I've also noticed too that our water temperature is at 90, and it makes sense with all of the heat that we've been dealing with. Reason why you see that alert tag there, that's because we are still under an extreme heat warning today. That goes for areas right along the immediate coastline. That's where we typically will have the higher humidity this afternoon. Tomorrow, another heat advisory will be in effect, but with a decent chance for more scattered showers and storms. Doesn't look like it's going to be as hot during the afternoon. Still hot, but a little bit more manageable. And then by the end of the week, we see temperatures return closer to average, upper 80s, low 90s. Decent chance for more showers and storms this weekend, which could impact your outdoor plans. We'll keep you posted on that. But if we've got one thing going for us, it doesn't look quite as hot this upcoming weekend. So that's all I have for now. We will continue to monitor these scattered showers and thunderstorms heading into the afternoon. Just to keep in mind that a few of those could be on the strong side with some frequent lightning and some heavy downpours, but at least those of us that get some rain today will be able to briefly cool down. We'll have another update on your forecast coming up today at 4 o'clock. Hopefully you can join us there, and we'll also have the latest news to keep you going throughout the week.